Hello everyone and welcome to Sword and Staff. So I first want to thank Sword and Staff for sponsoring today's video. This is an idle RPG game with AFK rewards and a lot of depth to it. And we're going to be going over all the key information you need to know about Sword and Staff. It's currently in the closed beta test, and if you want to download and also join the CBT, feel free to use my download link in the description of this video or a pinned comment so you can get started with it. Also, by the way, if you make any purchases in the closed beta test, you're going to get rebate vouchers, higher value, and also rewards when the official launch actually begins. So the first thing I want to show you, because there's a lot of things to talk about, but the first thing I want to show you is character customization, because there are almost limitless ways you can change your appearance and also customize your character, so every single character looks unique in this kind of massive multiplayer online environment. So this is the character design that I went with, and you can actually change your hair type from multiple different options, face and then also of course hair color, and even select your own custom hair color. You can have your face with all of these different characteristics as you see here, and then also traits, which are basically horns or basically things like that, antlers, which you can give to your character. So you can also use the randomize button if you are really overwhelmed by all of the options here, and that's what I did. I kept using randomize until I found a design which I thought looked pretty nice to me, and then basically I just stuck with that. So that is really interesting about this game. Like, if you look around the map and see other characters, they're all gonna look almost completely different. So you can customize your experience. So now let's talk about the actual gameplay. So in the gameplay, there are going to be these maps. So currently we're on Verdant Glade. If we look back here to our portal system, you can see that actually we cleared the initial area, which was Original, and now we're in Verdant Glade. And it also keeps track of how far progressed you are compared to all other players playing. As you see here, we're ahead of 78.4% players because we have been playing, we have been grinding quite a bit. So what you will want to do is you can use your auto crest feature. For example, here it says Verdant Wonders 12. This is the next area we should be exploring as per this quest log. And then it will actually navigate and show on the map, as you see here, where you need to head to. So we actually know where we need to head to. It's going to be Verdant Glade 12, which is going to be this area over here. So then you can go ahead and click your map to change the map position over here and enter or exit out, and then you can just click to the location you want to travel to, and then there are teleportation portals all over the map, and you're going to run to this new area. So the real thing you want to do is to open up and unlock as many areas as possible, because you're going to be getting rewards. Number one, experience points to level up your character, but also more valuable rewards to actually, unlock new skills and things like that, which we're going to talk about. And importantly, whenever you clear an area, you're going to be able to activate a statue, and that statue is going to increase your AFK rewards by usually around 1%, and also allow you to upgrade your production of the AFK rewards, like the different resources you're going to be earning, to basically allow you to earn more and more when you level up and unlock these statues. So this is the key area. This is one of the statues here. However, this is not actually the statue that we have to unlock at the end. You're going to see that. And this is actually in a different area. You can see that the areas are marked by these dotted lines, and then this is now Hurricane Heights. So we've now entered Hurricane Heights, and now by activating this, we're going to get a permanent stat boost, bonus damage, and damage resistance. However, the other statues I'm talking about, which are actually going to be when we clear all 100% of this map, it is going to be enhancing your AFK rewards and allowing you to further upgrade basically the amount of resources you can generate from AFK rewards. So here we have a battle. And your character is going to have different skills, and your skills you can customize and actually set depending on which skills you have actually unlocked. And we're going to go through all of that later on, because there's a lot of strategic depth to that and a bunch of different skills. I think over 200 skills in total that you can collect. Also, you can use staff or you can use sword. So I chose sword to begin with because I'm just more of a fan of melee attackers rather than ranged and magic casting. However, you can choose, and that's why it's called sword or X staff. Sword and staff is the name of the game, and you can have either one depending on which one you prefer, and you can actually change your class in game. I can show you an example of that later on, or you can wait. Once you have level 100 of your character, you will be freely able to swap between the classes. Okay, so we're gonna start a battle here. We have a temple. We're pretty overpowered for the area that we're attacking at, so it's gonna be pretty much a breeze. And also sometimes you can even instant defeat enemies. Like you may have saw that right at the beginning when there was one owl, I think, enemy that we attacked, and we just instant defeated him without entering a battle. When your combat power is high enough, you can do that just to save your time. Okay, so yeah, I mean, I have really been enjoying this game. There's a lot of feeling of progression, and there's almost limitless progression because, like, I have spent probably 4 or 5 plus hours playing, and still there is so much more to unlock, so many more statues to activate to basically increase your rewards. And look, this keeps track of how much basically a clear percent you have. We have 47 of the 100 cleared, so we have a lot more we have to do. But the good thing is, when you have this indicator on, your quest basically helper out here, then you're going to be able to know exactly where to go next. Okay, so this item, this voucher right here, these badges, these are actually going to unlock another basically, or they give you a chance of summoning a relic, and relics are going to equip your character to power them up further. Basically, there are a lot of power upgrading systems in this game, which I'll talk about when we go back to our home base, because right now let's just try to activate the statue. So we want to activate the statue in the end, because when we activate it, look, you're going to increase your blessing levels for AFK rewards, and that is going to allow you to upgrade the resources you can generate from your AFK rewards. So that's really important. So we're going to go ahead, and we're not going to go over the dotted line because, like I said, that is a different zone, which eventually we will want to clear that as well because it's going to unlock more statues. Each zone has a statue in it. Some zones are quicker to clear than others. Some are even puzzle zones, which are also interesting. And yeah. Okay, so we have a bunch of enemies here, and a lot of your skills, thankfully, they have AoE damage, like right here, so it's going to make these stages much quicker. And if your power level is high enough, you can actually click the skip button, and it will automatically skip the battles for you, just to save your time. Okay. There are also, of course, daily dungeons that you will want to compete in to get higher equipment. And the really good thing that I like a lot about the upgrading system of this game is that you can upgrade your slots, like your skill slot and your equipment slot. So even when you get and actually reach or achieve, obtain, basically, I'm struggling with my words. When you obtain a higher powered skill or a higher powered piece of equipment, you just put into your slot, and your slot upgrade levels remain the same. So you don't have to like individually upgrade your different equipment and your different skills. You just upgrade the slots and slot in whatever you want there. Okay, so look at this. AFK EXP rate has increased and our cart level has increased. So what the cart level means, and now that we've cleared the area, now they're just regular foes that we can face to get some other bonus rewards with our energy because or your stamina, basically, and I'll show you that later. But let's go ahead back to our home base. We increased our blessing level by activating a statue, which is the whole progression system of this game. And now you go to your cart, and you're going to be able to upgrade your resource generation. So these are the key resources you see here, and treats are going to unlock at level 45 because probably you're going to get a pet eventually as well, but I'm not even at that level. But now I can upgrade the amount of Rolla, which is basically the gold currency that you generate, and then I can upgrade the ward generation, and all of this is important because these final three things, which are these raw ore, the battle essence, and your chrono sand, these are for upgrading your equipment. This is for equipment, this is for skills, and this is for your relics. However, the first three are for your resources, which are needed to further upgrade, you know, these levels, because as you see here, the requirements are going to be using wood and stone and things like that. So now we boosted our AFK rewards, and you collect your EXP from your bed. Yeah. Okay, so let me go ahead and show you this. I've just recently unlocked the companion, basically, telephone booth. And you're going to have different companions here, and your friends are going to give you bonus stats, like as you see here. And you can also feed them or basically provide them with gifts. And certain classes or certain characters will have preferential gifts, as you see here, with a heart on it. So they're going to get bonus rewards when you give them this gift. And as you level up, you're going to increase the bonus stats provided. So as you see, this is another power-up system implemented into this game. I can go ahead and send these hearted up, and then we get these companions being leveled up. On top of this, here we have the relics, as I was talking about. And the relics, I kind of right now, because we have limited resources, I'm just leveling up my higher rarity relics, like you see the golden and the purple ones. I've left the blue ones just for right now. Because eventually probably we're going to have all golden or all purple or higher relics. So that was basically my plan, but that's going to use the chrono sand as a resource to level it up. Here is the gacha basically, but this is only one of the gachas. They're basically two gachas. This is for the skills. This is basically the skill gacha where you're going to use these Stellati, and they're going to unlock skills for you. And as you see, I've done 192 summons in total, free to play. I haven't spent anything, and I've just been playing for a couple of days. And when you get 200, you're gonna actually be able to pick one of your legendary one. And already, I've gotten 4. I guess pretty lucky. I already have 4 legendary skills or charms obtained from this. And so this is the gacha for that. Then this is the gacha for your relics. So the other power mechanism. So here you're going to draw, and if you get lucky, you can actually get, so we only got fragments. That's normally what happens. But if you get lucky, you can, oh, there we go. Nice. We got a full relic, and now we can actually equip that. So another purple relic that I can actually go ahead and level up now. So we're going to activate that. Wow, we're looking strong in the light. Yeah, this is the light faction, I guess. We're going to level this up to +4. I think we have enough. Yeah, see, you're using the Chronosan, you're using the Rolo, which is the currency, and there you have it. Okay, so now for further level ups, we also want to increase your character level. Like, your character is going to have ascensions. We're on Apprentice 3 right now, and we're going to go to Elite 1 when we cap out our level, which is level 40. And then also, we get this resource, which is easy to obtain. This resource is really easy to obtain. You can just go ahead and click the source, and it will navigate you there on the map, and you'll easily collect it. There's no problem there. So here's my skill loadout. As you guys see, I'm trying to use all of my legendary skills and charms, and actually, these are not all base legendary charms or base legendary skills. Actually, when you get more and more copies and those fragments of that same skill or charm, you're going to upgrade it, and from even a blue tier, which is the lowest rarity tier, you can go all the way up to legendary. So like, I only have 4 legendary original skills and charms, but here I actually have 8 in total legendary because of the upgrades. So, and this is my loadout, but there are a bunch of different skills. Like this is my favorite skill. It's also an original legendary skill. And it deals damage AoE, and that's what you guys saw in the battles. It was my most powerful skill. Then we also have Windblade Sash, which deals damage in a line, wind damage. And then we have Luminous Shield, which is really good. Increases the caster block rate and block efficiency for 3 turns, basically to increase our survival. And then we have Quadrant Slash, which is just like attacking area effect around you within 1 grid. And then you have your charms. Your charms are going to basically boost your potential in battle. This is going to give lifesteal when you deal damage to an enemy, and this is going to do damage, and yeah, when damaged by an enemy's technique within 2 grids of the caster, there's a 50% chance to counterattack, dealing physical damage to the attacker. So you have a counterattack potential. This is going to increase your critical rate, and this is going to increase speed for each unit killed, and it can stack. So that is basically my skill setup that I'm currently running, but there are a lot of other options here, as you guys see, and actually, you can see the thumbs up lineup. You can see, for example, probably the best one, like tank counterattack. I'm still missing out on a couple of these legendary skills and charms, but we're getting close to that. And like really this block strategy and then this area of effect damage, whirlwind slash, it's a really good strategy. So there's like a lot of customization that you can do here. Now as for the class, you have the different classes here, mage and warrior. Once you reach level 100, you can change class for free. But even right now you can change class, but I think it costs a bit right now. But I'm doing warrior because I'm doing that. And when you increase your warrior total level, or your warrior level, which we're getting close, once we get to 18, we'll be able to unlock duelist or knight, and the classes keep increasing. So you can have within even warrior or melee, they're going to be more subclasses and basically enhancements, as you see here, duelist and knight, which eventually we're going to be able to get there pretty soon. Okay, so let's go ahead and go back over to the map. So back over to the map to show you some other cool features. Okay, so you see here the Knoll base camp. Basically, if they don't go up in numbers, like we're on Verdant 12, then Verdant 13, then 14, that's the main storyline basically. However, you can actually also challenge these smaller areas, which are going to be much more compact. And by defeating all of this, you're also going to boost your AFK rewards. You're going to boost your AFK rewards, and because you're going to activate a statue, and these are going to be slightly different statues. So yeah, you see the area of effect damage, the whirlwind slash that we're using, that is my most powerful skill. But also you see this block, basically this force field we have around ourselves. That's because we have that skill Luminous Shield to increase our block rate, and that is also very effective. So these opponents are strong, definitely, and they have the recommended base power 49.5k, right, when we were looking to attack here. But our base power right now is 51, I think, 51k, so as long as your base power is higher than the recommended, you should be fine to clear it. If your base power is lower than the recommended, then there is a chance you may not be able to get the clear, and so that's just something to keep in mind, basically. Okay, so yeah, this guy is strong, definitely, but we definitely have the edge here. We have 50% health left. We're definitely going to be able to get it done, and there we go. Bam. Okay, so we're done with that, and now we can just click up, and now you have all these compact rewards, so it's like really fulfilling when you clear these smaller stages. And they, look, we got Stellatized, so we can go ahead and show you the summoning system, trying to get new skills. We got a piece of equipment, and that's actually going to be an upgrade, so you can actually see which are the upgraded pieces of equipment. It doesn't always mean legendary is better than epic. Sometimes epics are better than legendary, but if the overall combat power is higher, usually it's better, but you can look at the specific stat breakdown as well. Okay, so, but before you activate any statue, oh, is there actually not a statue in this zone? Because there's this other sort of thing. There's this other sort of thing. Okay, sometimes you're gonna find, like, these various, other, so this is like a story, and you claim the rewards from that. Okay, I think there should still be a statue here, though. We're gonna go ahead, this is a final thing we have to open up. That's gonna be Cheerful Greens. Okay, is there more to look at in this camp? Okay, we have the statue right here, and now we're going to be able to unlock it, because you get the 100% exploration for this area, the small area, Noel base camp, and now look at this. Home EXP yield boost by 1%, home raw ore yield boost by 1%. The raw ore is needed for upgrading your equipment. So if we go back to my zone over here, actually, before we go back to the zone, now there's this other feature, Explorer, with these apples. Now, this is also something really interesting. Spend Destiny Fruit to explore your Destiny at Noel Base Camp. So let's go ahead and explore the Destiny. You're going to get free rewards by doing this. And it looks like these rewards, it can be anything. Dawnium is kind of like it is like a premium currency because you can buy almost anything with it. But you can get it free to play as well. It's kind of like diamonds if you want to compare it to that. Okay, what is this thing navigating me to? Why is it pointing me? Oh, okay, can we now activate this? So sometimes in different areas, there are going to be these pillars or boulders basically that you may not be able to clear. And there will be some different clear requirements. So if your power reaches a certain level, is a gate of power, you can pass it. But there are some gates which need certain items, which I don't have access to yet. And so like you're going to have to come back later. But basically this is the whole progression you're going to do all across the map. And then you come back to your home base. You have enhanced EXP gains. You have now more resources. We can go ahead and use the gacha systems. Okay, so we can pick up. Okay, now we have okay, if we get really lucky, we can get a legendary relic out of this. If we, and there's a pity as well. Every 10 that you draw is going to be a guaranteed legendary relic. Oh, mythic? There's a mythic relic too? But probably, most likely, we're just going to get fragments here. Yeah, we just get fragments. But once you get enough fragments, you're also going to be able to form the full, basically, relic piece. So that's also an advantage. And if we go back to the relics, like, you can see here, when some fragments are actually craftable and combinable, then they will pop up here in red and you will be able to instantly do that. On top of, okay, we're gonna do the Stellatize. We have to, okay, so we actually need 8 more praise and we can choose a legendary skill. And then probably what I would recommend is just choose a legendary skill for this. Ooh, we got a legendary technique. We got a legendary technique. Okay, and people, yeah, can randomly add you to different teams and then go to dungeons together, but deals physical damage 3 times to one enemy within 1 grid of the caster. Yes, we got a legendary thing. I want to join the team, but I first want to show you guys this new skill. We're definitely going to put it out into our loadout, and I think I'll probably replace this quadrant slash, but this is the cool thing, right? When you go ahead and click your skill, you can just replace into that slot and it's going to gain that level, right? So you don't have to individually level up each skill. Your slots are leveled up and you can slot in whichever thing you want into that. And that's just really good quality of life in my opinion, something I'm really happy about. So we can also upgrade. After clearing that zone, we got more resources. We can upgrade our equipment a bit. And what I do is I just basically evenly upgrade the equipment to 35, then all to 40. And I'm doing the same with the skills and the charms as well. But yeah, we're looking really strong right now. And because we unlocked a new skill, your class hierarchy is going to get more bonus points, as you see here. And then you're going to be able to upgrade. We're up to 16. And like we said, when we get to 18, we're going to be able to choose Duelist or Knight. And probably I'd choose Duelist because I like the more offensive comps rather than the defensive. But there we go. That's really awesome. So it's a great feeling when you do get that legendary skill. And now if you look at this, 5 more, we're going to be able to select one, whichever one you're most wanting, and you can actually read through the descriptions and decide what is the best for your basically kit. And also we have the events. There are a lot of events going on and a lot of basically ways of getting a bunch of Stellati. That's how we almost have 200 summons completely free to play in just a couple of days of playing. The daily signing gives a bunch. Look at this. You're getting 10 almost every day. That's huge. And then 50 of the legendary Auroral badge. Like, these are crazy rewards for the daily sign-in. So, like, that's just really awesome overall. Okay, let's go ahead and show you the dungeons now. So, there are guild sort of events. There's also this tower, basically Moonville Wards. And you can actually do this tower in the background. That's also a really good advantage. You just challenge in, and then you click this auto button over here, basically the sword and cogwheel. You click that button, and then you can minimize out in the lower left, and then you will just be auto challenging this, and you can do other things at the same time. So now I want to show you the material realms area. This is basically where you can get more bonus resources. So really, I'm needing this ore ingredient, iron ore, because I need that to upgrade my equipment. So I'm going to go in here, and you're going to use these iron hammers. You're going to get a limited amount every day, and you can use them. And it's just really fun. You just click, and like you're basically mining, and you're clearing these different mines. There's also going to be a ranking leaderboard of the number of that people have cleared. You can increase your attempts with the premium currency, basically the diamond type currency. And there we go. We're going to go ahead and clear this one over here. And we can do all of this while in the background we're having our Fantasia Ascent just ascending floors for us. We're all the way up to 77. So now with those resources, I can actually upgrade my equipment a bit. If you see here, there we go. We got one upgrade right there, and we can go ahead and keep upgrading. Yeah, because my equipment is lower level than my skills, so that's why I was trying to even everything out. Another way you can earn this resource, and pick the apple from here. Another way you can earn this resource is if you go into your map exploration, you can actually choose the resource you most want, whether it be the iron ore, whether it be Rollo, which is the gold, this dust, or even the materials for upgrading your skills. You can decide which one you need the most. Let's go for the skill right now. And then you will resource hunt, and it will navigate you to a position on the map where you can just defeat enemies to get this resource. If you see here, these boars basically are going to give us this resource and battle essence. So that also is really useful, and you're going to use 5 stamina each hit you do, and your stamina recharges over time. Like as you see here, recovers 5 stamina per hour up to 300. 300 is your limit. And so yeah, you're going to be getting that on a daily basis just to get some additional rewards. So now with all of this battle essence, wait, what happened? I've never seen that happen before. Okay, I'm going to attack it. A legendary stellar slime. Starlight slime draws the best. What? Are you kidding? This has never happened to me before, and I guess it's going to happen on video. That is insane. Okay, so this is dropping a lot of stuff. Now, I'm hoping it drops something like those Stellatize so that I can get more skills. That would be what I'm most excited for. And let's see what we get here. Yeah, I've never had this happen before. I guess this is a random event that maybe when you do enough map exploration, it's going to pop up. Okay, so we got Dawnium, we got the Abundance Leaf, and we did that damage dealt. Okay, that's really interesting. Okay, so our order is completed. We go up to floor 77. If we go back here with this new resource, we'll be able to upgrade our skills. But basically, guys, that's going to be it for this rundown kind of introduction to the sword and staff. It is a fun game. There's a lot of depth to it, and there's a lot of progression elements as well. And so definitely, if you are a fan of idle RPG games, and also, you know, upgrading your character through multiple different power mechanisms, then definitely this is a game you will want to try out. And again, the closed beta test is currently running. You can download using my link in the description of this video or a pinned comment, and then you can just go ahead and join in. But thank you guys all so much for watching. That is going to be it for this video, and thanks once again to Sword and Staff for sponsoring today's video. But thanks all for watching. I'll hopefully see you guys in the next video, and until then, everyone, peace out for now.